And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the aftershock's versatile running back. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and our home team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, it's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Now Aikman on first down. They'll set up the screen to Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Smith. The numbers for Smith a week ago: 16 carries, 78 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Aikman. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Out of the gun, it's Aikman. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now Aikman. He's got a man, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Aikman now off the bootleg. Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Aikman looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Aikman. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Out is Tucker McCann now to try the field goal. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. McCann's kick is good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The catch and run good for 24 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Richardson over the middle. That's complete to Clark. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw again. It's caught. Mitchell. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll look to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the aftershocks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Aikman will throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Inside handoff, Smith. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Smith. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll try to run the option here. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Smith trying to run for it. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Aikman setting to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Nighthawks have regained the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed. I
love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To throw on third down, Richardson. Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Call it a 48-yard punt, give him 9, though, on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Smith up the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a give to Smith. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They go back to the ground with Smith. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. A handoff to Smith. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Aikman. And it's caught. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
McCann for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. And this complete to Mitchell. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Richardson. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Richardson. He's got it complete to Clark. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Richardson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Richardson. Allen here on the screen. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Aikman operating from the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Aikman. He finds Smith out of the backfield. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 2nd down, here's Aikman. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Easton Stick, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, on the other side, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Richardson looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the aftershocks are back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. From the gun on third down is Aikman. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Smith. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This is Smith. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Smith. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, Aikman. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Smith. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
McCann now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And taken down just shy of the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Allen has it, left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now Richardson on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Richardson. Going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll run with Allen. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. To throw is Richardson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Drops this one off to Portis. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that, picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Richardson now to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
The last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Davis spinning his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Aikman looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go back to the ground now with Smith, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Aikman. Able to hit his target, Lamb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Smith. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Smith. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the run, it's Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Aikman, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. McCann's kick up and good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new...
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for our visitors, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.